Bang bang. Episode 2, the FreeMind podcast. Had to give me a new production team. Shot by Solo. His Instagram is gonna be right here in the video. It's gonna be in the description. You can hit him up. Whatever projects you need, videography, photography. My boy gonna get you right. Consistent, well-round, good dude. You know, he'll take care of you for sure. You know what I mean? But you gotta pay. That's what it is. You gotta pay. So today, like I said, this is episode 2. Today I got a good friend of mine. We kind of connect through Instagram. Tyshon Holden. Yeah, we going live. And he's coming in. Yo.
Strawberry lemonade.
That's straight.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Dang, that easy. Should brought me one. What's good, Brody? We live, bro. Ready?
Already?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I just sent you a message. You probably didn't even peep it
I
yet.
didn't even see it.
Yeah, all good. What's up, man?
Man.
Yeah, like I said, y'all, episode 2, the FreeMind podcast. I got Tyshon Holden on here.
Yes, sir.
That's what you go by Ty, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the second one?
Yeah, this is the second
I
one.
thought I did more than that.
Nah, man, just the second one. It's the first one, like I told you, I had Isaac on here.
Okay.
And we did that at Rebel.
Yeah.
And then I just been battling with production team for real.
Okay.
That been the main thing in trying to find the right production.
Yeah, you can't rush timing, though.
Yeah.
It'll all make sense. It'll come together the way it's supposed to, you know?
Exactly.
goes.
So tell the people what you got going on, man. What's up, man?
Man. Life has been good right now.
Okay.
Just feeling really blessed, really.
Mm-hmm.
But this past Christmas kind of blessed myself.
Right.
I've been on this journey for about 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Finding my passion, finding myself, and really discovering what I want to be doing with my life.
Yeah.
So it all just came together. So I blessed myself with a nonprofit.
Okay.
On Christmas, and it's kind of it's taking off, and not in the sense that it's reaching its full potential, but taking off in the aspect where like I just didn't imagine it even becoming a thing and going this far already.
Yeah.
So when I say that I'm blessed, I just can't even fathom what's going on.
Yeah. So what's your nonprofit called?
It's called Holden Hands. So my last name is Holden.
Okay.
It's Holden Hands, and our mission just to heal communities by delivering services and goods.
Oh, wow.
To amplify those who feel unheard.
Right.
And we just have a human obligation, to give back. We're all brothers and sisters,
For sure.
So to uplift people that are just in need,
Mm-hmm.
and that looks different in every situation, every community. So just being able to be creative, and free is really something that Holden Hands strives to be.
Okay. And you say you started it 2022 Christmas.
It's been in motion again for a couple years, but in terms of the legalities and all that, it's official as of Christmas. The day after Christmas.
And what is your, like you say, you finding your passion? What is your passion?
Man, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But my passion is always to just look out for people.
Mm-hmm.
Early on, I found out that I'm an individual that feels what others feel.
Right.
Which drives me to be more of an emotional guy.
Uh-huh.
So I try to be very in tune with, my emotions. And I handle a lot of situations in private because the way I deal with things, I take a step back and kind of see everything from all angles.
Right.
And, that's helped me in this nonprofit space, being able to witness a community, identify a need or a problem.
Yeah.
Take a step back and, let it marinate and see, okay, what can I do to help? Who can I call to assist me in helping?
Right.
How can we, come up with a plan and let's just go out and do it.
Okay.
The last part is the hardest out of, all of it was going out and doing it. And that's kind of the reason why it's taken me like 2-3 years. Because, it's a lot of research.
Facts.
Gotta figure out which avenue to take, but how to just go out and do it. But by the grace of God, things are just happening right now.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So to switch gears just a little bit real quick, and what was your you was working with the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
And what were you doing with the Bengals?
So I was a video coordinator.
Okay.
So I moved to Cincinnati. I was playing football at UC.
Oh, really?
So 2014, a week after I graduated high school, I had to be down at UC's campus. So it was the quickest thing ever, right? So like literally parents dropped me off a week later, and that was that. So Cincinnati is like, the city has really adopted me.
Yeah.
All my adult experiences are in Cincinnati. So Cincinnati means so much to me, and the love that I've received in Cincinnati is the love that I try to give out and kind of spread amongst all the communities here. Gotcha. So I take that Cincy love with me wherever I go. Gotcha. If I'm giving back to different cities, as I'm heavy on when I'm talking to people, explaining to them that this is Cincy love, because this is the love that that helped me become who I am. Right. So everything that I do, I have to sprinkle that in there.
And where are you originally from?
Columbus.
Oh, Columbus. Okay.
Yep.
So 2014, you was playing football. What position you play?
I came in as a corner, and due to some injuries on the team, I switched to receiver. Didn't know how to catch at all. I don't know whose idea that was. Right. It was a crazy idea, but things just happen. And I'm learning that out about life. Things just happen, but all of that has led me to where I am right now. Okay. But yeah, I was with the Bengals, so I ended up stopped playing after a couple seasons. Went to the Bengals. Yeah. Just grace of God, just an opportunity presented itself in video. I've always wondered, because we as players, and with basketball, and I'm sure you played other sports as well. I played football too. Did you?
Yeah, I played receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, I play, but
we gotta start conditioning, man.
Yeah, just a little bit. We can definitely get it in. Yeah. But see, growing up, I played running back. Okay. And then I stopped playing. I was just more so. My high school years, from sophomore, junior, my senior year, I was just in the girls a lot. So but my senior year, I wound up transferring, originally from Covington, Kentucky. Okay. I wound up transferring to a school over there, Holmes High School, and I played receiver. The running back spot was taken already, but I played receiver. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing receiver. It was cool, but running back is where I used to, where I love to play at, getting the ball in the backfield and then doing my thing from there. Oh, yeah. Growing up and then, but then playing basketball, that was more so my thing I like doing too, because it was easier.
I figured you were just basketball because I've seen you at different, basketball events and whatnot. Yeah.
People don't know either, man. I play lacrosse too, bro.
Bro, what?
Yeah. I played lacrosse, people don't know. I was my 7th, 8th grade year. I was playing lacrosse. I mean, think about it. I was at a school where that sport wasn't even available, and then I went to another school in my middle school years, and I'm just like, what is this? And I was at Play It Again Sports, and I seen a lacrosse stick. The dude was like, those are lacrosse sticks, and I seen some of my friends carry them in school, and I was like, whatever. Let's try it. My mom bought me the stick. I got it's like a hard ball. I got that, and I was just running around just playing with it. I got on a team, and it was cool. I think I should have really stuck with playing lacrosse. It was very different. You got to be in condition, bro. Just like soccer. Think about it like that, and it's physical too. I think people underestimate lacrosse for sure.
Keep it real, I ain't playing lacrosse.
You ain't playing lacrosse? What about baseball?
I don't think I have the wits enough about me to handle baseball, because baseball is it's a chess match. It's a face off. Yeah. The whole time. It's too many rules that come along with it, and the history and integrity. There's so much that goes into baseball. That I don't think that it was just in me. I'm more of a just get out there, run as fast as you can, make some magic on the field. And whatever.
And kind of go from there.
Yeah. But I like I was saying, stopped. I've always wondered, we got this film that we study. Coaches make us study. Yeah. And they harped on it in high school and college for sure. Man. Study. Yeah. And then one day it hit me where am I getting this film from? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So I got close with Adam Niemeyer.
Okay.
The head video guy for UC.
Okay.
So when I stopped, I did a season with him.
At
And
UC?
At UC.
Okay.
So I was just willing to learn and whatnot. And by all means, I was not like the best videographer or anything because it was brand new to me. I was just eager to learn and just hungry. And I wasn't playing football, but I was still affiliated with football, so my soul was fulfilled. But, after the season ended, we were all in a group me.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit in the group me, hey, the Bengals are looking for, some volunteers for their summer session. And for the first time in my life, I've never been like an impulsive guy, but the first time in my life, something just hit me. It was like, say yes.
Yeah.
So
just do it.
3 seconds, texted yes.
Okay.
Next day, interview with the Bengals. Got it right on the spot.
What was the interview process like, though?
It took like 5 minutes. Because, it was just an internship.
Okay, so it didn't require much.
And I was just going there to be an extra set of hands for their summer.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, everything just happened quick. And that was my first time really being downtown, too. So that happened, and then the summer went really well.
Mm-hmm.
Me having football knowledge helped my video work
Mm-hmm.
with them, so I adapted quickly. And, they invited me, hey, could you stay for the rest of the season? And boom,
Shit.
And my whole life, my dream was to make it to the NFL.
Right.
I'm sure we
everybody, I think, as a kid, for sure.
Everybody want to go pro, right? God was telling me that you're going to go to the NFL,
right?
But not in the way that you think you are. And it kind of shifted, and I was in video, but to me, I still made it,
Exactly.
I got my foot in the door, at least in the sports room. That's hard enough. And, being with the Bengals was the best three years of my life, man. And, that's helped my connections with my nonprofit and being able to do certain things, meet certain people,
right?
Establish, long-lasting and still standing relationship with staff there, coaches there, the ownership group there, family. But yeah, man, it's just that one yes just changed everything for me. So
wow.
Again, Cincy love, man. And
that's crazy.
Changed everything.
So when you were with the Bengals, you were traveling and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, we had a game in London where I got to go to. Team playing there. You couldn't tell me nothing, bro. I'm on the team playing.
That's fire.
Yeah. I'm getting all the gear.
On the field with
on the field. So
pre-game.
the Microsoft tablets?
Yeah.
So on game days, there would be some games where I would film from up top, but as I progressed, my goal was to manage the Microsoft tablets.
Okay.
So each team gets like 15 or so, and I'll be with the special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
And we on the white paint on the field. I have to be on him because he gets 2 tablets, so I'm up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he not looking at me. He watching the game, but if he reached back for the tablet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was on the white paint. I'm on the field. I'm seeing everything up close. You couldn't tell me I didn't make it.
And this is throughout the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, I'm there. I locked in too. Got to be locked in. Yeah.
That was tough. What would you say the most hardest thing about the job was?
There's no margin of error. You have to be perfect, and it's
shit.
Yeah. You cannot mess up. You mess up, there's fines attached to things. It's big money you playing around with. You playing with the NFL's money. That's house money. There's no margin of error. But once you get into a rhythm of what you're doing, it's second nature. But you got to be on point. I got to be there at 7 a.m. bright-eyed and ready to go. And I'm there taking pre-workout in the morning. I'm getting the smelling salts.
Yeah.
Getting locked in because I know I'm just handling these, but I can't even flinch.
You gotta be perfect.
You gotta be perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I tell you that those experiences were everything.
So with that, like you said, you just said that you built some long-lasting relationships, and what relationships help you navigate your nonprofit from being with the Bengals and stuff like that? Who on that team that kind of yo, I mess with you. I like what you're doing. Let's make it happen. Stuff like that.
I'm gonna have 2 answers for you.
Okay.
First answer is gonna be a moment another moment that kind of changed my perspective, but also changed my life. So it was just a random day, random practice.
Yeah.
Troy Blackburn, president in the ownership family, comes up to me, and I've introduced myself to him before, but more so because I had to.
Yeah.
But came up to me and, was just talking to me casually and, asking me about school because I was still in school at the time. And then
you was in school at the time?
I was still in school. My first two, I ended up using the Bengals for my UC capstone. Yeah, so I had already, so I already had the job. But Troy Blackburn came and talked to me, and he found out from somebody that I was bartending. I ain't had no money. I'm in school, so I'm bartending.
Yeah.
Like, I would leave practice on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not sleep, go to the game Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so, like, just tired. But he found out that I was bartending and just taking, like, 5 minutes out of his time to talk to me about what my favorite drink to make was.
Yeah.
And, practice is going on. He's supposed to be watching the players, but he's talking to me about, my life.
Right.
And I'm caught up on the fact that he remembered my name. And, and I speaking to my parents and my family about that, like, that's a moment that I never forget.
For sure.
But that's somebody at the top of the top.
That's crazy,
stepping out of, his role for a second to holler at somebody that's down at the bottom. Very much a minority in my field, and I did my capstone on that, but only black guy, in my department, and, at being an intern and trying to navigate that alone.
Yeah.
But him taking that time, man, it clicked to me. It's like, man, we're all one, and he recognized that. And sometimes, when you are higher up, you got to treat, the custodian and the chefs, those people like they're the boss. You know what I mean? And, that really clicked for me. It's like the treatment of somebody, it means that much. So from that day forward, every time I walked into Paul Brown, I'm going in the kitchen first. The cleaning crew that's already been there 3 hours before I got there, I'm giving them hugs. I'm showing them love.
Oh, wow.
And that shifted, everything for me. And I really took pride in meeting new people, building relationships, and, even if I don't know who you are and I'm walking past you, say what's up, give a head nod, dap somebody up.
Right.
Because that may be the only time, somebody talks to them where they feel noticed throughout the whole day. And that moment, it's even giving me chills right now. I just being able to have that bond with him, and he, still comes sees me at my my other job at E&O, and being able to service him and, the team, his family and stuff like that, man, I don't change that for anything, and I cherish that. Yeah. So that's the first part. Okay. Secondly, once I got over being starstruck, with the team, and, I'm a couple of years into it. And
so starstruck, that stuff is real.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you was there when Dalton was there, with AJ Green maybe?
So AJ Green was one of my favorite players growing up because I used to live in Atlanta too. Okay. I was down in Atlanta during the whole Michael Vick era and whatnot. So I used to love Georgia football. And I wanted the Falcons to draft AJ Green, but they took Julio. But I'm a huge Julio Jones fan. But, being that close to, like, certain people used to watch. Yeah. And I'm not just talking, like, the Bengals. Like, I'm getting a first glance at, like, the other teams, too. Exactly. So I'm seeing, like, man, when I saw Larry Fitzgerald and guys that I literally used to study back when I was playing, like, starstruck. Yeah. Bro. I was on the field with Tom Brady. I got a video. I'll show you the video later. Accidentally tripped Tom Brady. It was back a couple years ago when we first thought he was going to retire. He's still with the Patriots. I'm on the field, and you filming and you think things are a lot closer than they appear. For sure. I put my phone down as I'm recording. Tom Brady, like, right here with me. And we try to move past each other. Yeah. And I think I tripped him a little bit, bro. I thought I was about to lose my job. For real? But, like, that stuff is real. But being able to build relationships, and I started going to more fundraisers. I started to go to events that, the players would be guests and whatnot, and having them recognize me from there and being all over at different events.
Yeah.
It establishes some trust. One, I don't want anything from you. I just appreciate who you are as a man, you know, outside of you playing.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
Now that I have my nonprofit, I think all of it's coming kind of, you know, full circle. Now, again, I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
I saw what you did in the past. I see what you got going on. Now, how can we, you know, expand on that? How can we, you know, make that bigger, make a bigger impact for the city of Cincinnati? And let's go to your hometown to do the same thing.
Right.
You know, so
right.
Establishing the legacy tour where we pick certain, right now we got athletes, eventually we're going to do influencers, but going to their hometowns or places where they spent like significant amount of time and where the places have such amount of love for them. Let's go back and, you know, let's bless them.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that love you, you know. Let's put some of that love back into their communities that may need some need, whether it be a Boys and Girls Club, a school, maybe your old high school team, or we go to, you know, some shelters. Okay. You know, because those are your fans too.
For sure.
Those fans gonna ride for you harder than
they watching you more than you think.
More than you think. And I'll take it even further, bro. I thought about this the other day. You're their symbol of hope.
Fact.
You know that feeling we get when we play sports, you know, people feel that as a way to keep fighting. Right. You know, they see how you know, push through on the field. That's giving them a little bit more to push through in their lives.
For sure. You
know, so it's important to give back. And that's why I bring, with the last coat drive, I brought a couple of Bengals players with me. And it's just, man, the feeling that you get from doing something like that. One, that's an experience that the richest fan can't buy. Yeah. You know, and we literally just had a huge pizza party, like on a random, like off of East Liberty. Yeah. You know, and it was amazing, man. The love that everyone displayed and showed. Man, that's definitely something that we need more of. And, you know, I'm blessed to be in a position where I can be creative and, you know, do some more unique things, you know, right, in the city.
So I got a question. So, like, with the coat drives and, like, the bike, giving out bikes and stuff like that, how does that work? So if I'm trying to do something like if I'm trying to give 100 bikes out to 100 different kids or 100 coats out, do I reach out to a coat company or a bike company to donate, or do I go buy them, or do I get people to invest and buy them? Like, how would somebody go about doing something like that?
Be honest, I'm still learning that.
Okay.
But this is the craziest thing, and God works, and, you know, I had to understand that, Tyshon, it's not on your time. It's on God's time. Yeah. So listen to this story. Before Christmas, I'd say 8 months before Christmas. Okay. I had an idea that was, you know, an idea from last year. I wanted to collect some toys, and I wanted to give toys to kids. Something simple, right? And I knew two Christmases ago just passed, and I didn't have enough time to do it. But I was like, next year, that's what I'm going to do. So I started collecting toys. And I got up to like 20 bins of toys. Didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I was just happy that I had 20 bins of toys to give to some kids. Yeah. No plan whatsoever. And one day I was with one of my business partners, and I was going to show them what I collected, you know, and I've been hyping it up. Like, man, we already set. Like, whatever we want to do, we can do. Facts. Man, don't you know, I walked in there, somebody stole all my toys. Like a month and a half before Christmas.
Stole all your toys?
20 cases of toys. And this is before, like, my nonprofit even started. Like, this is before I got it formed and all that.
That's crazy.
Man, and that was the one thing I wanted to do for that whole year of 2022. Just do that one thing. I know the coat drive was going to happen again, but I wanted to do this one thing because I didn't get a chance to do it the year before. And that broke me. And God was just telling me, hold on, because I got something bigger for you. And in the midst of that, you know, and I was hurting for about a week, but God just sent some angels and some people in my direction that were gonna make it explode. And one, he sent UC. He sent the UC Black Student Athlete Committee my way, and then he sent Julie Twyman.
Okay.
Okay, so Julie Twyman works for she helps out with Saturday Hoops.
Okay.
And I've been there a couple times just to see. There was a couple Bengals players that helped out with Saturday Hoops, so I go check it out. But Julie every year hosts a Christmas with her friends a shopping party. I never even heard of something like that. So all her friends, they'll meet up at Walmart and just go shop for I'd say about 200, 300 kids that aren't theirs, and just to give the toys away.
Right.
So I was like, wow, I've never even heard anything like that.
Yeah.
So we connected. We brought all our resources together. We went to Walmart, we went to Target, and we had the kids make a wish list. No different than what they have already been doing.
Yeah.
And I just added my little flair to it, brought some Bengals players in. We were winning, and it just made sense. Let's do it. And we were able to fulfill, like, each kid got like 2 to 3 gifts. And we did it for a whole Saturday Hoops program, 300 kids. And we were able to, have a party for them. I got some food sponsors. I got, fruit and veggies ready for them. We had different stations, and we just threw a whole party. So, patience.
Yeah.
And understanding that it's not just me. It takes a whole village, but, take your time. And me just trying to rush and force and do all that. And I hope whoever, received those toys that were stolen, I hope they had the best Christmas ever. There's no bad blood whatsoever. It just they weren't for me.
Yeah. And
that's okay.
Yeah.
But I had to understand that. And, what we were able to create afterwards was so much greater.
Right.
So everything happens for a reason.
And what you creating now, it's just like so many more projects.
That jump started everything.
Yeah.
Just tapping into, how many people can we reach? How many communities can we reach? We got people wanting us to, implement the same type of deal for their companies and stuff like that, different avenues. It's just been a blessing.
Right.
So it's just, for anybody, just a plan.
Yeah. Just
plan it out and take your time.
Just plan. You got a plan.
Yeah.
So I did a little research on you, and I was, kind of doing my due diligence on you, and I realized that everybody has an impact on somebody.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you was telling the story that your grandmother had an impact on your life, and as far as that community activist, am I right about that? Or,
yeah.
Okay. So how did that partake? Like, what did your grandma do to make you have this same drive, to impact the community?
You ever had an experience where you absolutely think you know somebody thoroughly, and my grandmother, when she was living, somebody that me personally thought I had figured it all out, and she was a person that never harmed anybody, never did any ounce of bad, and just free, just a giggly, loving person. And
right.
But I thought I had her figured out. And then the craziest thing happened on her funeral day. When people get up and they share their moments, testimonies, and things of that nature, and I'm hearing, all these stories. It was like I met her for the first time.
Whoa.
And
I just got chills. Whoa.
Yeah, like I just had no idea the impact that she played and had on, hundreds, probably thousands of kids. Her being a music teacher for so long in Columbus.
Yeah. And
the extent that she would go to fulfill, certain needs for those kids. I was blown away, and I literally felt like, wow, thinking that I had you figured out, I had no idea.
Wow.
And that one epiphany, that one moment, shaped and got me started for the nonprofit. Because I told you before, I'm not an impulsive guy.
Yeah.
I never made like any crazy decisions. I never thought, I'd have something in my name. But day after that, I was like, oh, I'm doing this. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
But I'm going to start making some changes.
Yeah.
Because it just meant that much to me. So everything that I do now and, these movements, initiatives, it's because of her and it's for her. It's a tribute because, you know, I'm not going to let what she did, you know, end.
Yeah.
You know, it's instilled within me, you know, and I think it should be within all of us.
Right.
You know, and that, wow, that was, you did some
Yeah.
research.
Yeah. Damn.
You did some research. Yeah. But yeah, that one moment, man.
That's amazing, bro.
Everything.
That's amazing. Switch gears a little bit. So you said that you work at E&O. Now, how did you and E&O, how did that come about? You working at E&O and, you know, stuff like that. And what do you actually do for E&O?
Yeah. So, Bengals, COVID happens, right?
Okay.
With the Bengals, and I know you guys saw like on, you know, like ESPN or, you know, you watch a Sports Center or something, but man, we're getting tested every day. Like every single day, we're in a tracker.
Jeez.
So they would know if we came in contact with somebody with COVID before we would know. You know what I mean? Like,
dang.
And my job responsibility shifted a little bit. I just couldn't be close to anybody.
Yeah.
And getting to the point where I would literally come to work.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would have a camera already dropped off, and I would just go to my post.
Yeah.
Come back down, put the camera down, go home. Like, and that wasn't really. It kind of killed a little bit of my work joy for me.
Yeah.
But also with the exclusivity of like the jobs in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people hold those jobs until they die. Just because it's rare. NFL is just a really big fraternity.
Yeah.
But I think it was time for me to mature.
Yeah.
It was time for me to step outside my comfort zone. So, you know, I looked at many different places. I got to E&O because it was fresh. It was a new concept.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got there, because of that promise I made to my grandmother, I did something I never done before. Before I even got to like the interview phase, I had a plan. I don't care about money no more. I'm not working for money anymore.
Yeah.
I'm working for purpose. I'm working to find a home where I can grow and, you know,
And change.
So when I got to E&O, I
Right.
just showed up. They were already doing construction on the inside, and I knew it was coming, but I just showed up, started working. And then obviously I knew a couple of days later, what are you doing here? What do you want? You want to serve? I want to manage. But I led the conversation and kind of like a pre-interview with, I'm not doing it unless, well, I don't want to say it that aggressive. But
Yeah.
If I do get this opportunity, I just want the opportunity to give back as well. I want to have a place where that is accepted. Because through this whole process, man, I've gotten a lot of no's. One, because I'm young, maybe didn't know terminology needed.
Right.
Didn't do enough research at that point. But, you know, if I'm going to find a home, this has to come with it. Because this is a part of me now. And
Gotcha.
I made a promise to myself. I'm doing this for my grandmother. I'm doing this because I believe it's the right thing to do. And it can save your business a lot of headache.
100%.
If we tie it together correctly.
Yeah, involve the community, involve
say
certain
something
things.
does happen, the city, well, they do X amount, for Cincinnati. So
Yeah.
let's,
Yeah.
But,
It's a great way to think about it, too.
That was my pitch. And E&O was the first place to not hesitate and was like, yeah, come on. And that's why whenever you see, like, whatever I do, like, with my nonprofit, I'm bringing the staff with me. They bought in, too. They're coming to give back. We're putting coats on people. We're feeding people. We're going to do some drives together.
That's amazing.
And they've been nothing but supportive. And, I'm going to take them wherever I go.
That's amazing. Although I haven't tried E&O, and we going after this, I'm gonna try it today. Ty told me to try the espresso martini with tequila in it, so we definitely gonna try that.
Yeah.
But no, that's amazing, bro. So what's the next thing that's gonna happen for you? Like as far as like with Holden Hands, what should people be looking for, and and what are you about to be doing upcoming?
Yeah. So upcoming. The Legacies Tour continues.
Then you guys just went somewhere. Who'd you just go
So
to?
we did Drake Kirkpatrick down in Gaston, Alabama. My granddad was born and raised in Gaston, so that was a huge homecoming for me.
Dang,
And,
so that's what's up. How did that go?
It was great, man. So he sponsors 21 Kids down there. His foundation is 21 Kids. And we went down there. I brought like 500 clothing items down there.
Okay.
So we did the 21 Kids. We did the Boys and Girls Club, and just some families in need or maybe experiencing homelessness.
Yeah.
Brought them to a bowling alley. The coolest bowling alley I've ever seen in my life. And out that city in Alabama doesn't have much, just because it's a smaller city. But they got the coolest bowling alley, bro.
For real?
Bowling alley and arcade is crazy. But yeah, we set up there, fed the kids, played with them, had a great time. And they got to pick out, clothes that I've been, kind of collecting.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we teamed up with Billy Hamilton last week, went down to Mississippi. And we kind of mentored and spent some time with his old high school team. Okay. But he's Superman to them down there. That's an even smaller town than the one in Alabama. And the feedback that we got was unbelievable. We took them bowling too. But next stop, I think we're going to do West Virginia. Okay. And then hit Atlanta, too. Atlanta's going to be a real big one that I'm really excited for. Okay. Once the planning is finished. But spring is going to be big. So really? March and April, I launch a pretty I call it a women's initiative for those 2 months. So March is a women's month. So I'm going to do a women's drive. Wellness drive, clothes, toiletries, pretty much take anything and everything people have, women related, and being able to distribute that, to some shelters in need. Okay. But in April, I got a new concept. Okay. You the first one I'm telling about this.
Okay, bet. First one, the FreeMind podcast, the new concept. What is it?
So we're going to do a brunch and spa day for 2 shelters. Ooh. Yeah, so I've already I got some local salons, hairdressers, nail techs. Who else? It's barbers too for women that have like kids that need haircuts.
I'm helping out with that, bro.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna help you out with that, bro.
Yeah, so we getting them together. We're gonna deck it out. There's gonna be different stations there, but I'm gonna have volunteers come. Everyone's getting facials for free. Getting their hair straightened, curled, nails done, haircuts. It's going to go crazy, all for free. Dang. And just kind of, as, the women come, people just need to understand that, you are loved. I don't have to know you to love you. Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. And we're all one. I care about you. Mm-hmm. And just, making people feel like people, man. Exactly. And addressing people straightforward and with honesty. It goes so far. So being able to do that, and we're gonna have different stations. There's gonna be like, if you need counseling or therapy, or if you're looking for a job, I'll have like some job opportunities lined up at the station. But we're gonna do brunch. I'll probably get a restaurant to come cater. Okay. We'll do bottomless mimosas. Just have a day, Exactly. It's a day for our beautiful women to feel beautiful. Exactly. And that's 2 different things, but it's gonna be amazing, man.
We are gonna where you gonna think you're gonna have it
at? Right now we're looking at 2 different salons. Okay. It's just finding out who has the most space. Yeah. If I bring in like other salons and maybe some volunteers that they have. Mm-hmm. But I got like a couple in mind right now. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be.
It's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be dope, bro. Yeah. That's gonna be. How'd you come up with that concept?
Just hit me. So my normal thought process, I really just wait. Yeah. And something will hit me, and I still wait for it to fully for the idea to mature. Right. And for it to logistically, make sense. But just jotting things down. I had the idea last year, just doing something to cater. Right. I did a clothing drive last year for domestic violence victims, and it got too big to the point where I couldn't get the one-on-one time, because
Yeah.
I was trying to donate like 2,000 items, ended up being 8,000 to 10,000 items, and we couldn't even donate it to the women's shelter. We had to donate it to the men's shelter because they had more storage. So I kind of lost half of that idea, but I'm bringing it back just differently, and I'm separating the two.
Okay.
So I'm doing the drive March and then the spa day in April.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro. I feel like everything that you're doing is amazing. You walking in the right path.
Yeah.
Your message and everything that you're doing, bro. You doing your thing, bro, and keep doing
fun,
it. Yeah,
man.
And that's the thing.
It's fun,
and that's the thing. A lot of people have a purpose behind some of the stuff they doing. They have like a hidden agenda.
Yeah,
you know, they kind of do it for a certain reason, maybe to look good or something like that. But like you just said, bro, it's fun.
Yeah.
And then how much your grandma had impacted you, bro. That's just amazing, bro. And you having fun with this, bro.
I want to send a message to, you know, people that are our age.
Yeah.
Even, you know, the generation coming after us.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a misconception with like giving back and, you know, having nonprofits, foundations, and stuff like that you got to be well off into your career or older to do it. Why don't we start this early? You know, and I tell people every day, that same feeling that you get when the sparklers are going off in the club, I can multiply that by us giving back on a random street corner. You know what I mean? So it depends what you want to work for. You can work for those 10 seconds that those sparklers go off.
Yeah.
Or, you know, we can do something impactful together and still have that same good time.
Exactly.
You know, it's going to feel the same.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. Now, before we close out, I always usually ask my guests, what is some advice that you have to the younger generation? No matter if they're trying to start a nonprofit, if they should go to college, or even if when they get out in this real world, somebody that's graduating high school, say they graduate high school tomorrow, what would you tell them into their face, like face to face? What would your advice you would give them from everything you've been through to what you feel like they're about to go through?
Purpose, purpose, and time. Time is the only thing we have. You know, and we're trained to think that, you know, we have so much of it. We really don't. Yeah. But you have enough to where that you can pace yourself. Okay. So you have to just stay on course, you know, with 24 hours that you do have. But purpose, take money out the equation. Take all the materialistic things out of what you think you want to do. And find something that actually makes you happy. Yeah. You know, something that you get excited about waking up to do every day. Once I took money out the equation fully for me, yes, I got rent and stuff to take care of. But once I took all that stuff off the table for me, that's how I was able to lock in with this, you know, nonprofit idea. Like, no, this is what I'm going to do. Because this is the only thing now that football's kind of gotten away from me. Yeah. And that was the only real consistent thing in my life. This is what brings me joy. This is what keeps me going. So just finding that one thing and, you know, locking in and just go get it, you know? Because, I mean, it's not going to be hard once you enjoy doing it. Yeah. It may be a process, but it don't mean it's going to be hard.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you rocking with us, letting us use the space. Episode 2 of the FreeMind podcast, man. Appreciate Solo, man. Appreciate you, bro. Bro. Shout out Solo, Shot by Solo on Instagram. Where can they find you at, bro? On social media?
Yeah. So my personal Instagram is ty.holden. Okay. So Holden, and my nonprofit account is _Holden Hands. So HOLDEN HANDS. Holden Hands.
We'll throw that in the description. We'll throw that in the video as well. But like I said, the episode 2 of the FreeMind podcast, shot by Solo, and we had Ty Holden on here, nonprofit Holden Hands. Appreciate y'all, man. We out.
Plug. I want it, I got it.